So when you clap this time, clap relatively gently. I want to see your hand because it be a little louder. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. That's good.
That was better.
That was so good. We're
You've
such
always-
good clappers.
You've always been better at clapping than I am.
I mean, it's one of my skills.
One of my many failures.
Well, I think it's more that I'm just super good at clapping. So
Well, you're
everybody
good at-
else looks.
At least you're good at something.
Yeah, I mean, clapping.
I could
whatever,
say you're.
what-
I could say you're really good at getting the clap.
I've never had the clap. I can tell you that.
That's not what Carol says. But go on.
All right. What do you want to talk about?
Well, I thought I'd like to pick up today on something we talked about just briefly, and this will be a very brief conversation. But we talked about using few for countable nouns and less for mass nouns. So, like, there's less sugar in the bowl. There's a few people. You can count the people. You can't count them. That also applies to something else, and that is number and amount. People are always getting this confused. Who cares, by the way? Who gives a shit? It's not that important. Das ist mir scheißegal, as we say. But it's interesting.
Which for who gives a shit? For the
Right, exactly. Exactly. So, same thing with number and amount. Use number for countable nouns and use amount for mass nouns. There's a large number of glasses in the cupboard, right? There's a large number of dogs in the yard. There's a large amount of air in this room. You can't count it. So that's another nice to remember. So few with countable, less with mass nouns. Same with number with countable nouns, and then amount with mass nouns. Now this is really not even interesting except for 6 people in the world. But there's a problem with
2 of them are us.
Yeah,
we
that's true.
actually encompass 2/3 of that, or one third rather. Sorry, math.
2 of them are we. But anyway,
2 of them are we.
yes. I'm sorry.
That's a totally different
I
topic.
know. But anyway, there goes
grammar
Oscar, grammar dog,
Come on, man.
or grammar dog. Anyway, so whether you use the singular, let's say the verb to be, whether you use the verb is, that's okay. It doesn't bother anybody. The verb to
Except
be.
he bothers me.
It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother the few people. The one person will look at this. But if you're using the verb to be, do you use a singular or a plural verb, is or are, as an example with it? And this is a very such a picky-unish nuance. No one gives a shit. Das ist mir scheißegal. But the point is, if you use the definite article the dog is happy.
The dog is annoying me.
The dog
for
is.
example.
You see that?
Okay.
Anyway, you use the if the verb is singular, and you use are if it's plural. So the number is irrelevant. A number are irrelevant. That doesn't sound right, but it's. You'll have to
The
think
number
about
of them are irrelevant is how that would sort of, if you were to fill it in a little bit, right?
it. Yeah. Well, that's yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll have to look in the American Heritage. It's got a great usage note under number, and it's the number is and the number are. That's basically what it is. But no one can remember this shit, so who cares?
Well, I mean, you seem to care a little bit. We did a Grammar Geezers episode about it.
Yeah.